Welcome to the next session from Education First Academy. Today we're going to look at the Early Years Nursery Daycare Centre and what unique selling points you need to consider when setting up your nursery or redeveloping your current nursery practices. So what we will cover today, we're going to be looking at knowing the market that you're about to venture into and how to research it correctly, and also going into some of the key ideas that should be brought into your nursery to make it really stand out. The world of running a nursery or a daycare centre hasn't got any easier. Increasing number of investments from abroad, inspections, but also increased competition shouldn't be an issue for your nursery. You should look at these as opportunities to stand out, be counted and shout from the rooftops. You should just need to approach it from a new angle. So before we get into ideas of differentiating your nursery from the rest in your area, you need to start doing a little bit of snooping around. What do other nurseries have? Begin by drawing up a list of other nurseries in the area and head to their website and social media to work out the kind of features they have and the specialities they offer. In marketing terms, this is finding out the unique selling points. What have they got that no one else does? Maybe they're doing something better than anyone else. Think about what would attract you and look at what their parents are saying about them on Facebook and Google reviews. Until you know what else is being offered in the local area, it's difficult to see what you can do to set yourself apart. Once you've seen yourself what options are for parents out there, you'll know two things. First, you'll have to have a pretty good idea of what the nurseries are doing right. Look for nurseries that have online waiting lists and rave reviews as easy indicators for best performance. Second, and perhaps the most important, you'll have to know what's missing. And knowing what's missing is the first step in plugging the gap. Question: what do parents want? Now you have a good understanding of what is missing, it's important to understand what parents actually want. There's no point in filling a gap in the market if there was a good reason why no one else was chosen to fill it already. There might be a reason why no one else is planning to do Morris dancing workshops. One nice trick is to take from the marketing world something called social listening. You can best understand the problem parents have and start thinking about potential solutions by checking in on discussions they are having with each other on public forums. Think Mom's Nest or local partnership groups on Facebook as a starter. Look for anecdotal evidence from your existing parents too, to work out what they want and what they are looking for in improvements. Now some ideas. Quality food. It might seem like a strange place to start, but surveys have shown that 60% of parents value food and the quality of food as a very important factor in choosing their child's care. Encouraging healthy behavior was found to be more important to parents than Ofsted ratings. Differentiating yourself by offering a focus on healthy food and behavior can be a great way to go. Consider independent accreditation, as many parents are much more trustworthy when your claims are associated with an external source. The extra mile. If you have a good outdoor space at the nursery, start a small vegetable patch and it could be a great addition to your program. Not only do you encourage healthy behavior in children, but it can be a fun source to help them understand where the stuff on their plate actually comes from. Flexible hours. Not all parents are lucky enough to have the kind of flexible work that allows them to manage their childcare more easily. A great way to appeal to the wider group of parents is to offer them flexibility they're missing. Yes, the flexibility can make staff to child ratios and planning available more difficult, but if you get your child attendance and planning organized, offering a variety of more adaptable sessions and times can be relatively simple. If there is a lack of childcare outside hours in the area, even starting a breakfast or after school club is a great start. Not only do they make your offering more valuable to prospective parents, but you can maximize revenue much more easily. The extra mile. Some nurseries can even take on the idea to the extremes and offering drop and shop schemes over busy periods. Not easy, but a huge selling point to potential parents if you can pull it off. Another idea could be to communicate better. While talking about the importance of parental expectations, we should mention the importance of how your communication with ones who are already signed onto your nursery. Parents increasingly expect an interactive, immersive understanding of how their children are progressing through the day, and it can set yourself apart in terms of the experience you offer. Sharing photos, keeping them up to date on children's development, and opening up channels of cooperation and collaboration can be hugely important to demonstrating your focus on keeping the parents engaged and involved, and also creating such things as student portfolios to show the progress against their teaching standards. Go the extra mile. If you feel like parents' collaboration is already a strong point, why not establish schemes whereby new parents can get in touch with existing parents to ask them questions about the way your nursery runs? If you know you've got a happy parent already, make them your ambassador. The next idea is day trips. With ever increasing health and safety concerns and endless permission forms needed, many nurseries are choosing to organise fewer trips. This is a great opportunity to stick your head above the parapet and be known as the nursery in the local area that always thinks about having fun ways to get the children out of the classroom into the community and to see new things. Not only are day trips great for exploring, but they often give the children strong memories and can be later developed into exercises back in the classroom. Then go the extra mile. We loved this story about how our nursery turned what was potentially the most mundane part of the trip, the journey on the tube, into the part where the children liked it the most, including in their day-to-day play. The next idea is the best staff. It's a no-brainer that every nursery manager will try to get the best staff they can, whether it's an impressive qualification or a natural flair with children of all ages. You're always on the lookout for the best practitioner for your setting. However, one important thing when it comes to thinking about parents is the extent to which they rely on their instincts when choosing a nursery for their children based upon the staff. More than 90% see good staff and children relationships as important when it comes to choosing the correct nursery setting. A quality caregiver will always shine, but don't let pass the value of choosing staff who are appropriately and naturally friendly to new parents too. They tend to fall back on the gut feeling when it comes to making the final call, meaning their experience with their staff can make all the difference. Go the extra mile. The same study suggested that 92% of parents value good access to outdoor space. If you have an opportunity to open up a better outdoor space, it's a real must, especially if you can in an area where the kind of space in nurseries are not available. Some added extras. This is where your research really counts. What is there an appetite for in the local community? It won't be a deal breaker for everyone, but it might be the one thing that counts in your specific situation. Some ideas: interactive learning on tables, offering language courses, a specific focus on science. Whatever it is, it won't be for everyone, but your research shows that there are some gaps and an appetite, and a subtle change in the focus of your nursery can really change how you attract new parents. It might be just the thing that you need to stand out from the crowd. Remember, also have a theme to your nursery. For example, it could be something like the British curriculum, and Windsor Early Years Nursery was one of the ideas. This is linked to the monarchy within the UK, linked to British nature, where we looked at flowers like buttercups and poppies, and it gave a real feel to parents that it was established with core British values. Compared to if you choose, for example, Disney characters, it doesn't seem to have the same gravitas as others' themes. Okay, we've come to the end of this video. The next session we're going to be looking at key locations. We're going to be looking at ideal locations for a nursery, the cost to consider for daycare locations, and meeting the consumer's demands.